nation and try. Welcome back to another episode of life. Yes, family, yes, people, welcome back to another video. Okay, today we'll be talking about dating in 2021. We'll be going into the pros, the cons, challenges, and things. We'll be talking about a whole lot of information, so you really want to stick around for the full video. Okay, so with me, as you guys can see, we have some interesting, beautiful looking guests on our channel. I will just be, getting to know them better. Okay, let's start with you.
Okay, hi.
Yeah, what's your name and what do you do?
Zita. Well, I'm a student. I study here in Ukraine.
Okay.
So I guess that's all there is to know about me right now.
All right. What about you?
I am Ire, a fifth-year medical student, and I am a chef, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am Joseph, aka BIG, and I'm your host on the Express Believers channel. So without wasting no time, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so let's start with you. What's your perspective of relationship, dating, the dating? What's happening in dating scene in 2021 from your perspective?
Alright, one thing I'll say about dating in 2021 that I've noticed among people of my age range is that dating is now being rushed. But one thing that we forget is that the scripture reminds us that we should flee from every, youthful lust and all of those things.
Yeah.
Dating is good in its sense, but done outside of purpose or done at the wrong time, right? And that's what happens in 2021. Dating has now become something that we have abused, right? So the whole purpose of the relationship and everything has now been shifted from what it was meant to be to what, anything now, dating, everybody's dating, everybody's in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship, you're in a situationship, you're in a this, you're in a that. So I think, that's what dating has become in 2021.
Okay, so in the dating scene right now, what do you think is one of the common mistakes that single people make? Especially the ladies, seems you guys have more perspective on that. What do you think is one of the mistakes that single ladies make?
I think that one mistake that single ladies make right now in 2021 is rushing into relationships. Not getting to know whoever you are with, getting to really know the person, like I was saying. People just meet in 2 days, you're already in a relationship with this person.
Yes.
You haven't really figured out the true character of the person. So I think that that's one mistake that single ladies make in this 2021. Another mistake I would say is that people don't really know themselves. They don't they don't really know who they are or what they really want. So they end up dating the wrong set of guys, dating the same guys that they were dating that they broke up with, still with the same that same guy and all of those things. I think another mistake ladies make in 2021 is also getting advice from the wrong people. Now, if you're in the company of corrupt people, you tend to be corrupt even as a believer. So if your friends, right, are not believers in themselves, or they don't believe even in the basic doctrine of Christ and all of those things, they would tend to give you advices on relationships that, of course, will not match with your own value system. So taking advice from the wrong place, that's because you hear friends that will say, if you don't start dating this guy, another girl will take him. You get where I'm coming from? So having those kind of ideologies around you also, I think that's one very big mistake that people make. Another thing is that a lot of ladies are not, they don't, how will I put this? They are not satisfied in themselves, for example. They feel like, okay, if I don't date this guy, then I'll lose him and there's nobody else that would want me. So, when they are dating someone, or they don't even want to break up with the person because they feel like, I'll be an old cargo, I will not meet any other person. If I leave this guy, there's no other person that wants me. So they carry a lot of baggages, do you understand? Just to have that fulfillment that, I'm in a relationship with this person, or I'm dating someone, or I'm seeing someone, and all of those things, not even thinking about the consequences down the line.
Okay, so one of the problems or one of the mistakes that single ladies make is rushing into a relationship and not discovering themselves. They don't have a proper self-esteem. That's a really good one. What about you? What do you think one of the common mistakes that a lot of single ladies make?
Peer pressure. Not being in it for the right reasons. Not understanding yourself enough to be with someone else, because you can't give out from an empty.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
So not being able to grow, like, I'm at a certain stage in my life. These are the things I need. Not being able to map out your plans for life. I'm not saying like you should get everything figured out, but at least you should have like a
plan,
piece to work with. That way God can lead you. Do you get what I mean?
Lead you, yeah.
So those are really what they lack at this time. So, and it's really bad.
So peer pressure, you spoke about peer pressure and that. Okay, and not knowing the right reasons to get into relationships. So that just leads me to wonder, what are the reasons, or what are the right reasons why people should get into relationships? Like, do you want to share, like?
To be honest, I'll say to get married, right?
Yeah.
You want to date and cut someone so that you get married to the person, and you people can produce nations, and fulfill God's purpose for your marriage, right?
Yes.
I feel like that's one of, you help you being a helper, him being like you. Do you get that setting that God has created? So if like outside of that, then I think that we get into relationship for just selfish reasons, right? So you want to fulfill your emotional needs. That's why you're in a relationship. You know that even in 10 years from now, you're not even looking towards marriage. It's not even on your mind. Do you get where I'm coming from? But yet you're in a relationship doing what? Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, you're in a relationship doing what? You know that I don't even know whether I'm going to leave this country or not. And you know that the person you are with, this is where the person is going to go. Yet you're just in the relationship
with the flow.
Do you get where I'm coming from? So at the end of the day, that means that we're just there at the end of the day for our own selfish desires. So I feel like one of the right reason, right, why you are courting someone or dating someone, in Christian, in the Christian world, you can say you are in courtship. All of those things, right, is to get to know someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Yes.
Do you get? So if that process is altered, right, I think at the end of the day, we're just being in it for selfish reasons and gains.
Yes, actually true. I'm talking about process. I just want to put this out there. Like, there's a process to relationships. Yeah, as believers, as people who want to have godly relationship, who want to follow the concept which the person who created marriage in the first place, which was God through Adam and Eve, created it for. If we want to follow that process, then we have to first discover ourselves, discover purpose, because Adam had a purpose. Adam had what he was supposed to be pursuing, and then he was like, okay, you need an helper, so he brought Eve, or you need a helper, so he brought Eve to help him fulfill purpose. So a lot of people are in relationship without really knowing the purpose of their lives. So they are basically just fulfilling selfish reasons. So he's probably in it for the sex, she's in it because of the love she's getting, and they are both just getting things for themselves. Meanwhile, a relationship in itself was supposed to lead to marriage, which is all about selflessness. So I think that was one of the mistakes young people make right now in relationships. Okay, so what about you? What do you think is one of the purpose of relationships? Like,
well, firstly, the purpose of relationship is to help you grow to be a better you, grow to help your partner, grow to help, to produce people who can help other people. And another thing is also learning to be able to be yourself, because some people in relationships, they're just like, at least before marriage, I've known of like some marriages that, I won't say they faked it until they got married, and now the marriage has collapsed. So at least learning to be able to love yourself enough to love someone else, that should also be. So like
they're not honest about who they are actually. So they just act. Then after marriage, they discover, oh, this is not how this person really is, and then they start to have regrets and all. Okay, so we already spoke about some mistakes. So now we want to get like into your personal list. We don't know, like, a lot of people have lists, like specs that they want to have in criteria that they want to have in a spouse, in their partner, you know. Like me now, she must be 6 foot tall. I'm joking, but basically like your list that you have, that okay, this is how he must look, values he must have. So let's start with you.
Values. And
Okay.
personally, I'm not very physical. I'm not into physical attraction that much. Yes, I don't think I am into physical attraction as much, right? So for me, my preference would probably be he is God-fearing. You know, he loves the Lord the way I do love the Lord. He's working for God. He really just loves the Lord and whatever has to do with God. He's passionate, because connecting with someone on a spiritual level is another type of vibe for me.
Yes.
I must be able to connect with you, you know.
That's
maybe
true.
if I'm going through something and I'm like, oh, let's pray about it. I don't feel awkward asking you to say, okay, let's say a word of prayer for me or something like that. So connecting with someone on a spiritual level that's my vibe.
Yes.
He must he should be able to lead. I'm choleric in nature. Do you get? So I am someone that takes charge. So I also want someone that with that level of, you know, because he's I don't know how to put this, but he must be able to like take charge and all of this and lead and all of that. Another thing is he's putting his mind to anything that he's doing, even outside of like church and outside of God's work, how he handles like his business, where he works. Do you get, you know, not that just that okay, when it's time to work for God he's all there, but when it boils down to working, putting in time in whatever skill that he has, fine-tuning it and all of that, he's found one thing there. Someone that is able to balance, someone that is able to treat people properly, not just me but anyone around, someone that is very honest, very honest about anything that he does. He's not secretive, be it finances, family and all of those things. It's not like when we've got married, I'll not be hearing that you have one brother here, one brother there. Like, no, I don't want someone very secretive. Someone that is open, right? That is able to share. Someone that is also not afraid to correct me when I do something wrong. Someone that is totally honest with me, that really wants to see me grow. Someone that is very supportive of what I do. Not someone that will tell me to end up in shop. You know, someone that is really supportive about whatever God has given me, whatever idea that God has given me. Someone that is able to see that idea and able to help me work towards whatever purpose that God has given me to be able to fulfill.
Okay, so you made mention of the fact that you're choleric and like you, okay, I want to use it as because of temperament, but basically you are very goal driven, you are out there, you're interactive, you are like hyper. So I talk about like him leading. So I'm trying to paint a picture now. As we know, like, or most times opposite attract, because if it's two hyper people, it's going to be like two, you know, like one person has to be laid back to be able to, you know, organize things or see things from a calmer view. Like maybe if you guys end up getting married, two like hyper people end up getting married, people meeting yourselves at the airport, like before you wake up he's gone, before he comes back you are gone, like where's the children? I thought they are with you. No, I thought they are with you. If I'm meeting at the airport.
One thing about me is that I have two temperaments. So I'm choleric in nature and also melancholic. Do you get, like, I have a mixture of both. So being a leader, you may not have to be that what they call it, you know, that there are some people that can sit down and also still lead properly. They can quietly, do you get what I'm coming from? Just quietly passively say something, and do you get, because I understand like my place and all of those things, it's easy for me to say, okay, he has said this, I'm calm. Do you get where I'm coming from? So he doesn't have to also be like, no. You get, there are ways that somebody say, even when maybe there's an argument and you know I'm trying to, there's a way that he may just keep quiet and just give his own point of view. Do you get? And I will listen to him because I respect him, and because, do you get, there's a level of understanding between us, and I know that this person wants the best for me.
you.
You know, sometimes even our parents, sometimes we feel like it's not everything that they say that we want to take, but because they are our parents and we understand that they want the best for us, we take a step back and listen to whatever they have to say and put it into practice.
I also just want to point out that, like, being the head doesn't mean that you have to make all the decisions. Like, you guys are a team. You can also allow, if she's like more knowledgeable on a particular aspect, let her handle that aspect. Like, if she's more knowledgeable about finances, don't be like, oh, I'm the head, so I have to like make sure I run everything, and you run everything into the bush. So allow like your partner with you towards what you guys are going to do. Okay, so for physical, but because people say like it's important to have like physical attraction with the person who you're going to date or cut with. So what do you think about that?
I think that one thing I would say is that if you do, I don't know how to put this, but then if you, for example, do follow like God's leading. I'm not saying that God is going to pick a partner for you. Like, this is the person you must marry. If you don't marry this person, you have missed out on purpose and you'll never be able to fulfill. I don't believe that.
Yes.
But I believe that God is love. So everything that He is love. And if you love God, you tend to love people. Do you get? It's not everybody you see at first that you vibe with that is going to be your friend immediately. But based on your interaction, I feel like if you can love your friend genuinely without even having to look at whether this friend has big head or small head, you can love a friend that is blind, that is deaf. Why can't that happen in a relationship?
That's true.
Why do you not have to be selective? Because I love my friends. Do you get? I don't care whether they are short. I don't care whether they are fat. I don't care whether they are slim. I don't care how they look. But I love our friendship and I value our friendship. When I walk up to you, I don't immediately look at you. This guy is fine, so she must be my friend. No. I speak to you. I see what level of understanding and connection we have intellectually and all of those things. That's what attracts me to you. So I don't feel like that would be different in my relationship. Do you get? I don't look at my friend to be 10 feet tall and be like, yes, this is my friend. No, based on our interaction, you become my friend. Based on how. So it's the same thing for me in a relationship.
True. I think like some of the qualities, like most people say, oh, he must be this, he must be that. Those things are just based on what you like, what you have been conditioned to like.